Boxing is the best. We love it, right? But there's that one thing that I just can't stand about the sport, and that one thing is more dangerous than people realize, because most of them are training the wrong way, and it can do more long-term damage than I think anyone really knows about. Yes, them punches to the head, even the small light punches, are having crazy effects on your brain. Now you might be thinking,
"Oh, Tony, this is boxing training. We're going to get hit."
I get it, but it doesn't have to do damage. And on this video, I'm going to give you a few things that you can do to still train like a pro boxer, but without the serious head problems. But before we get into that, it's important that you understand about the big problem, because this will only help you with the prevention and also the cure. Now, I'm a former successful boxer with 106 fights. And for me, I didn't figure this out until after I retired when I was 27, and I looked into the science behind it. It really blew me away, which you're about to find out. It gets scary. Now, regular punches to the head, even if they're not hard, can cause something called CTE, which stands for chronic traumatic encephalopathy. I can't pronounce that last word, it's on the screen. Maybe I can't pronounce it because of all the punches that I've taken to the head. And the symptoms to this can be terrifying: anxiety, depression, balance issues, memory loss, slurring your words, anger issues, and a lot more. I'm going to share with you some tips on how to train boxing while minimizing your risk of getting these brain injuries. And also, if you have been punched in the head a lot, I'm also going to give you some things that you can do to help get your brain sharper than it was before you did any boxing. And this is based on my 30 years of boxing experience. And as well, I've done the maths. I've been punched in the head between 40 and 50,000 times for my 106 fights and thousands of rounds of sparring. And you can see on the screen right now how I did the maths to come up with that crazy number, and I recommend that you screenshot this and do the maths of your own. Now you may think,
Well, I don't even fight. I just do some sparring, so I'm fine.
but actually that's not true. Whether you just spar for fitness or you actually are sparring for fighting, you get hit and get more damage in training than you do in a fight. Fights last between 6 to 36 minutes, depending on what level you're fighting at. But preparation for a fight can go on for months and for years. And it's during that time where you will accumulate a lot of head punches. Even the punches when you are blocking them here and you're hitting your hands and that's hitting your head, that is doing some damage to you. Now, with this training and preparation, it's not only bad for your brain, but also it can be rough on your body. But fixing injuries like your shoulders, your hands, your wrists is way easier than trying to fix your bloody brain. So before I tell you about the 3 things that you can do in training to get the same great benefits of boxing, but without the brain injuries, I want to talk about 2 supplements that I feel is helping my brain from all the punches that I have taken. And these supplements show strong scientific evidence for brain health, and most people don't even know this. And because I've done loads of research and really trying to figure out what's the best thing for my brain, that's how I know about these. And the first one is one of the most well-researched supplements on the planet. And this is proven not only to help your physical performance, but also brain health. And you've probably heard of this and never thought of it in this way. And this is creatine. And did you know our brains actually rely on creatine for energy and neuroprotection, inflammation, and so many other things, but it's especially needed for healing after injuries. And there are amazing studies that's shown massive results to help with dementia too, which is the reason why I use it every day. And the second thing that I use every day for my brain health is the simplest way to start your journey on getting a sharper brain. And this is something called NMN. This increases our NAD levels, which naturally drops as we're getting older. NAD is essential for energy production in our cells for our DNA repair. And all I do is have 1 scoop of this under my tongue each day, and that's it. And one of the first things people notice after taking NMN is they get clearer thoughts and less brain fog, which is perfect for me after being punched in the head so many times. And I get mine from a great research company that provides the purest forms of all supplements like the NMN and the creatine. And they're called DoNotAge.org. And the owner is actually an undefeated pro boxer called Alan Graves, who is obsessed with longevity in helping people live better. And I only work with the best people out there, and I'm so happy that they're sponsoring this video. And for a limited time, you can get the NMN and much more supplements for a great price with Do Not Age's Black Friday sale. You can save up to bloody 40%. And if you use my code BOXING, another 10%, you can save up to 50%. If you scan here, it'll take you straight through the website. Check out their Black Friday sales. All of the links are below, and use code BOXING. So now that we know that most of the damage in boxing comes from training, let's think about how we can make this as safe as possible. Now, the training methods that I'm going to give you vary depending on what your goal is. So for example, if you're training for fitness, you're going to have a different goal to someone who's training for self-defense, who's going to have a different goal who's training to be a fighter or already is a fighter. For example, if you're doing boxing for fitness, I would actually never recommend you head spar. There's no point. Instead, what you should be doing is shoulder and body sparring. This is more than enough to get your body in great shape while still being competitive, still having fun, still having punches coming at you, still learning how to read punches. And this is all that I've done for the last 7 years, and I bloody love it. Now, if you're boxing for self-defense, again, you don't really need to be head sparring. You can still get the same benefits of seeing punches coming at you, learning how to defend them, and punching back with counter punches by doing the body sparring that I told you about. And shoulder and body sparring also helps you with the confidence as well. And the thing is, when you are shoulder body sparring, you can actually do more rounds than you can when you're head sparring, even though it still is very tough and competitive. Now, before I talk about the fighting side of things, if you're a person who is training for fitness or self-defense and you actually need to head spar, you're like, no, I need it. This is what I need in my life. I want to be a big tough guy. I need to hit. No, I mean, but you know what I'm saying? Some people are like, no, Tony, this is what I love. I absolutely love it, and I need to do it. I need it. I get it, I really do. But you do not ever have to be hard sparring. If you're doing head sparring, light sparring all day long. Keeping it fast, but light is key. Now, if you're a competitive fighter, you will definitely need to do some hard sparring, but it doesn't have to be all the time. It shouldn't be all the time. And when you are sparring, it always should be supervised by a coach who actually knows what he's talking about. And I've done a full video talking about the way you should spar. Basically, what I say in that video is if you're light sparring, you can try new things because you're not afraid of trying a new punch and getting countered because you know that you're not going to have a bust nose or a bad head from doing that. And when you're trying new things in boxing, it's then when you can advance your skill set because you'll be able to learn if things are working or not. But when you're hard sparring all the time, it's so easy to be afraid of trying new things because we're afraid of getting that busted nose or getting that ringing headache that we don't really want. And when sparring is more playful and more fun, we can do more rounds and we can stay more relaxed compared to when it's hard, it's harder to relax in there. It's more easy to get uptight because you're worried about getting hit hard. Rather than if it's light, you're going to be more relaxed, which we need to be relaxed in boxing. Now, if you are sparring, whether it is shoulder and body sparring, whether it is hard sparring, whether it is technical sparring, whatever it is, the best thing to do is not get hit, right? By having a great defense. Now, what is the best defense in boxing? Is it the slip? No. Is it the roll? No. Is it the block? No. The best defense in boxing is your feet moving out the way of a punch, moving to the side or the other side. Because when you're moving away from a punch, there's way less chance of you getting hit. If you're inside and you're slipping punches, you're still in range to get hit. But if you're moving, there's less chance to get hit. And this is why you should be working on footwork drills, like the phase attack drill. That's perfect for boxing, where you move in range, throw them punches, move out of range to defend punches, then move back into counter punch. You should be doing things like the agility ladder work when you're moving and punching at the same time. This is getting your head, your feet, and your hands all working in sync. You should be working on reaction footwork drills. You should be learning how to feint with your feet in the correct way to trick your opponent so he thinks you're going one way, but really you're going the other way, and that's when you come back with them counter punches. You should be working on the drills to help you stay on the boards of your feet when you're moving forward, when you're moving back. Because when you're moving correctly, you're always in a position to throw punches. And when you're doing these type of drills in your training, not only will you get better defense so you'll not get hit as much, but also you'll get way better at counter punching. You get faster punches, more powerful punches, way better coordination where you're moving and punching at the same time. Your whole boxing game will improve if you can improve your footwork. And there's tons of free videos on YouTube showing you that. But if you want to get specific for you, you should check out the Boxing Footwork Academy. This is a program that I've created to help people not only improve improve their feet, but they're all around boxing. And if you scan here, it'll take you straight through the Boxing Footwork Academy. I'll go to boxingfitness.com/footwork. The links is below. This will really help you with your defense. So you're taking less damage in sparring. Because after all, we're talking about brain health here, and prevention is way better than cure. Like myself now, I'm doing everything I can to help me improve my brain. I've completely quit alcohol. I'm getting saunas just about daily. I've really cleaned up my full diet. I'm using the do not age supplements all the time, which is really beneficial. Again, I highly recommend these. The links is below. I'm focusing on my sleep. I'm journaling. I'm getting regular brain scans to see if my brain has improved, which it has. On this channel, I've been planning out a video now for a couple of years to be able to go in depth in every single one of these things. And this is more for people who's already took them punches to the brain to try and help them live better. So subscribe and turn on the notifications so you don't miss that. And now I'm 40 years old. I train completely different to when I did when I was 23 years old, which is not only helping me with my boxing, but also my brain as well. Now, if you're someone who is 40 or over, I've created this video right here where I show you exactly how to train better and exactly what I'm doing right now to help me train as an older guy. So click here and watch this video next.